Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and welcome to supposedly the last and third part of this tutorial on Css3 animations. I hope I can terminate it in this one. Right. So let's open up the HTML file, and I'd actually shown you how, when I'd removed last three animations, when I'd removed last two animations, how it would actually affect the output, the browser preview. Okay, so I'm going to continue in the same way, same fashion. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the last three animations. There are certain points that I wish to prove to you. So Control X, and yes, everything's getting recorded properly. Alright, so I'm just left with animation 1 called animation name, which is pendulum 1. 1s is the duration, 1s is the delay, is out. I'm going to make certain other changes as well. Save it, and let's go back to the browser. Let's refresh. So there you go, and it gets reset. Okay. Instead of ease out, let's say I would want something like, let's say whether I can actually use steps out here, and say steps of 4. Let's see how this actually affects the browser preview. Tuck, 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 tuck. Saw that? Tuck, 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 tuck. There. Tuck, 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 tuck. See that jerkiness? Right. Oh gosh. The wrong time. Okay, so let's revert back to ease out, and ease out means it's gonna slow down towards the end. Ease out, I suppose that's what it actually does. Ease outs with a slow end, absolutely. Alrighty. Now, as I said, this is the duration, this is the delay. If the delay is actually removed, let's see what happens. And refresh. So you can see it starts off immediately. Okay, let's put the delay back, Control Z, and let's put a forwards out here. That's for the fill mode. Let's see how this actually affects. So you can see the animation is not reset. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Now you may be wondering how this animation actually goes in the left direction, and then how the rotation actually happens. This is happening because this animation pendulum 1, which is actually stated out here, is defined a little later in line number 27 using the @ keyframes rule. So @-webkit- to support Chrome and Safari browsers, keyframes pendulum 1, and then you define it like this. Now this 0% to 100% could very well be from and to. Let me show that to you. From and to. It's absolutely fine to actually use from and to instead of saying 0%, 100%. And I'm going to prove just that. See? Right. See that? Still working. So from and to is the same as 0%, 100%. And the rotation is happening because the transform property that I've used out here with rotate from 0 degree to minus to 30 degree. Now if I were to change this 30 to minus 30, let's see what actually happens. Okay, what do you think will happen? It'll go in the other direction, isn't it? That way. Right. Actually reset it back. Let's go back to the way we started with all the 4 animations intact. This time I'm gonna remove the last 2 this way. Okay, save it up, and let's show you the browser preview once again. The first animation, then the second animation. It's gonna swing 6 times. That is what was promised in the second animation. Now guys, notice that we've used the direction alternate out here. What if this was missing? Because if it's missing, it's gonna be normal. let's see what happens. Okay, and let's go again. 1, 2, funny, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Do you see that? So we can have something like reverse as well. Let's save it up. Let's go again. Let's show you how this works. In the other direction. Then you have something called alternate reverse. Alternate dash reverse. Okay. But what we actually want is just alternate. There was a reason why we had used alternate out here for the animation direction. You see? And for the pendulum 2, we are making the pendulum swing between 30 and minus 30 degrees. On the left, on the right, 30 minus 30. You see that? So we start off from 0 to 30, then go 30 minus 30, and then go 30 60 after a while, and then we go 60 minus 60. So these are the changes that actually happen. Okay, right, so let's bring back all the animations just the way they were. This is how they were actually. Okay, so let me just remind you, this is the animation name. This is the shorthand declaration, and this shorthand declaration needs to be defined a little later using the @keyframes rule. This way, this is the syntax. Dash WebKit dash code will be dash mosh dash or dash to support other browsers like Mozilla and Opera. Okay, name of the animation, and then you have the opening closing brackets, curly brackets. Then you have the from and to, or 0 to 100, or 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, so on and so forth. So you can have several states. These are points in time, or these are states where changes happen. These are basically the keyframes, as we call it technically. Okay, so one point of time it should be 0, the other point of time should be 30 degrees. I've shown you how, if you change 30 to minus 30, how the direction actually changes. Right, so this is what we had done. It's very simple actually. Just included 1 second of delay out here, and then a 2 second of delay out here, then a 14 second of delay out here. See, I had calculated everything. This 14 second of delay is because of 1 second delay out here, and 6 into 2, 12 plus 2 second of delay, 14. So everything needs to be, this delay needs to be mathematically calculated to eliminate the time taken by the previous animations. This has to be done properly. Right, so see, here I have not used any direction, here I have not used any direction, because there you wanted everything to be normal. The direction had to be normal, so it's okay to skip it, but otherwise you should specify whether it's going to be reverse, alternate reverse, etc, etc. See, this forwards was so necessary. I've shown you how. It has other values of both and none as well, both backwards and none, but here we needed forwards, otherwise the animation gets reset. The default is none. Okay, I'm not showing you both and backwards right now, because that is a little bit out of the scope of this tutorial, a little difficult too. I'll need to take you through some other example, so that's why I'm skipping it for now. Maybe in some future tutorial I'll show you how this works, but here forwards was so much necessary so that it doesn't get reset, so it's left in the forward state. Right, so let's sum it all up. We had two divisions, the top one and the bottom one. Both both had two pictures. The top picture was a static picture, the bottom picture was the picture of the pendulum that would swing, and would swing in accordance with the animations pendulum 1, 2, 3 and 4. We had defined their duration, their delay, their animation timing functions, which is ease out, ease in, out, steps, and cubic bezier as well. Okay, cubic bezier is custom defined speed curves. So basically, it could be a little jerky, a little choppy, fast, slow, slow, fast, something like that. Kind of very erratic speed curves. You can actually create custom speed curves that you can actually create. Okay, so I've used ease out here. I have used ease in out here. Ease in out is slow start, slow end. Ease in here, which is I think a quick end. This is a slow end. This is a quick end, and this is a slow end, slow start. So basically, depending on how the swing actually happens, you have to choose the right the animation timing function or the easing. The speed curve needs to be right, because when the pendulum is actually swinging, so you'll notice that at times it's a little fast, then it becomes a little slow, and you need to actually use the animation timing function properly. See, you just notice that. What did just happen? What happened? Did I save it? I'm not so sure. Let's save it. Right, so you see the swinging does not happen in a linear fashion. It happens sometimes, see, towards the end of the swing it tends to slow down. And there are times when it actually hastens, so you need to use the right animation timing function. See? Right, and now the last bit, basically when I hover, how does that actually stop? That's because of using this property out here. Pendulum hover, dash upkit dash, animation play state paused. The other value is running, so if I change it to running, nothing's gonna happen. See? So see, I'm trying to stop it, but nothing's going to happen because I've defined it. If you hover, just keep it running. Right, so just to show you how we can actually pause it on a hover. So I paused it out here, so as simple as that. So guys, see, I'm going to refresh and I'm going to pause it, unpause it. See? So I think I've more or less covered everything that I needed to talk about, right? So you see animation property, though syntax wise a little complex, a little like a little jumbled up, but as I said, it's easy with practice, with time. As you spend more time as you do more and more practice projects at your end, it should become simpler. So the animation property is a combination of animation direction, animation iteration count, which is the number of times the animation should happen, the animation delay, the animation timing function, the animation play state, etc, etc. And guys, I hope you found this information, this tutorial useful to you. You have a good day. Bye bye, peace, and don't hesitate to ask any question. You have a good day. Peace again.